Tenet. Is this the film that's going to make us go back to the movies? And do we want to?
Yeah, so we got to talk about why it got moved just now, right?
Yeah, so it moved from the July 17th to, I believe, July 31st
now,
or 30th, was it?
New date is supposedly August 2nd here. I can fact check while we talk about it. But, I mean, even that seems like could be kind of soon.
Yeah, it's pretty soon considering all the news is like COVID is uprising again. COVID is becoming larger in numbers, stuff like that.
Yeah. As of today, June 25th, we're already hearing about another spike. And I was kind of dreading the thought of this movie coming out the 31st when I want to see it so bad. But if I don't feel safe going to the movies, I'd have to miss out.
Yeah.
Same.
But
just confirming it's coming out in August now.
Okay. I do remember AMC emailing me or something about them starting up again soon, right?
Yeah, they said July 17th or July 15th. There it goes, where the theaters are trying to reopen.
It should be the same for all the other big exhibitors too, because even Cinemark kind of opened up some of their doors for some of their theaters, and they're going to do it in phases where sometime at the end of July they're going to open up more. But this is ambitious, but I know that they were trying to open all their doors July 17th.
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to change it up in terms of the seating arrangement and stuff, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's definitely going to
believe it's supposed to be at 25% capacity for the theaters, or I guess for each film it's going to be 25% capacity. And I believe it's going to be people you go with, I think you can sit together and you would have to sit away from other people. But
that's good protocol.
Speaking of the title, I did ask a few friends of mine and my roommates if they would be willing to go to the movie theaters to watch Tenet. And one of them was like, for Tenet, hell yeah. So, I mean, it may be the movie that brings people back. Yeah, but I also asked someone else who was like, hell no.
Yeah. I think your friend who had the hell yeah mentality, that's the same mentality Christopher Nolan has, because that's all he wants. He wants to be the movie that brings people back into the movie theaters, because that's culture defining, that would be a really cool moment. Is it the smartest? Is it the safest? Don't know yet, but Warner Brothers doesn't want to lose Christopher Nolan, wants to keep him happy, so they're letting him say oh, I want to release the movie now, but I think it's just a little bit of a push and a pull, because now it got moved back again, which just shows that times are still a little uncertain right now.
Definitely. I mean, what
I think so too.
What is all our opinions? I feel like my grandma would kill me if I went to the theaters.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like it's part of it is we have to it's such a weird balancing act, and I feel like part of it is we have to kind of as a society figure out how to live life again in a way that is kind of normal. So
until vaccines, right?
Right.
Yeah. We just have to find a way where we can cope with it, cope with COVID.
Cope with COVID. That's funny.
Yeah. Cope with COVID being in our daily lives, and, just try to survive and keep the economy going.
Yeah, I agree. And I think it's important that we still take all the precautions we can to stay safe, but at the same time, allow people to go watch Tenet, because I really want to go watch Tenet.
I think, honestly, that they should, we got to test the waters, right? Because, they even have a music parks that are about to open. Yeah. So it's we got to see what
Disneyland.
happens. Yeah, Disneyland, even Six Flags is going to open soon. But
Disneyland actually pushed back. They're not going to be opening soon anymore.
What a downer of a video.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's
well, because
makes sense.
They're just doing their part. I feel like if they did open, there would be way more cases of COVID.
And would just be a hotbed.
And it would just be doing the reverse.
No, absolutely.
Thing. We'd be in a even more stricter lockdown.
It depends too on like what protocols these places have, because some people propose everyone gets their temperature checked, before entering the theater. Everyone wears masks. But on the other side, these exact protocols might be the reasons some people don't want to go. I mean, some people will feel safer for sure. I know I would if everyone wore a mask, but there's the same amount of people that say that wearing a mask sucks and that they don't want to be reminded that we're in a pandemic when they're like in a movie theater and that they can't breathe or some bullshit like that.
Yeah.
So,
And they can't eat
it's a weird
popcorn.
balancing
I think
act.
even the movie thing.
These exhibitors want to please everybody so much so that Cinemark is saying like for, these couple theaters that they're opening up, they're not requiring people to wear masks. So it's definitely strange.
Yeah, that's the same thing with AMC.
Yeah, that is an interesting decision.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of people who don't like it.
Yeah.
It's weird because I've watched videos where people compare masks to being a terrorist and like
That's
all these other things where we're just trying to I know. We're just trying to everyone's just trying to do their due diligence to not get anyone else sick. But
not everyone.
Back to well, yeah, not everyone. But back to the point at hand, I think Tenet is the movie that would bring people out of the house. I mean, people are already coming out to eat at restaurants and try to do normal things. So I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, I want to see Tenet thrive,
I did go to a restaurant. I'll be quiet. I went to a restaurant yesterday, and it was pretty, like there were only like 3 tables full. Like there weren't a lot of people, and the waitresses had they had a mask and they had a whole face shield, like a whole plastic face shield. And so
What restaurant was that?
It was it's a shabu place it's a shabu place.
Okay, sweet.
It's a shabu place. That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
But yeah, it was like, it seemed chill. Everybody was socially distanced. Everybody had masks. So it seemed good. Like people are starting to get used to, living life in this new way. So we'll see how the theaters are able to adjust.
Yeah. Although, interesting that we bring up Tenet, the one to bring people back to movie theaters. And I definitely think Tenet is going to be an amazing movie. But I'm surprised no one brought up the whole Milan, because Milan was another movie that was supposed to come out like literally around the week after the movie theaters opened.
Yeah.
So,
oh, really?
Yeah, a lot of things got pushed back, but you're right, Chuku. It seems like Mulan and Tenet are like the 2 titans right now that everyone has their eyes on to see which one will be the one that will just totally get the wheels going on the entertainment business again.
Is Mulan
still
coming out?
Which one?
That's the plan.
Yes, I think so. But they also speak to 2 different types of audiences. So maybe like Tenet would be the ones to bring like not necessarily families out, but everybody else.
Yeah.
And then Mulan's just the family oriented people.
Exactly.
And they'll work
Disney
together
fans.
And everybody. Yeah.
Yes.
It'll be a packed theater at 25%.
See, that's the thing, especially with well, I guess it's different theaters. So I mean, you can have different movies at the same time. So I guess they can balance each other out.
Do you think,
I can see that happening.
I have a question. Do you guys think it should also be out on like VOD as well? Like, because there's people that say that they would watch Tenet, on their computers that don't even mind that it's not a cinematic experience.
I want to watch it on a big screen. I feel like it needs to be. But then also, I don't know if that's viable. Like, I know that they've released some on-demand videos that they were planning on doing theatrical releases, but I don't think that for the studios it would be viable to continue to do that like for the whole year.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But to do both,
if they did VOD, I would buy it.
Yeah, both.
I would for sure buy it.
And that's the other argument is that people would buy it if it was on PVOD. It's premium video on demand.
Yeah,
but it wouldn't get as much as a theatrical release.
I think that they should do like with this whole COVID-19. I think they should do not just that they should do the on stream, but they also should do it on the what's it called, the drive-throughs as well. So you have the theaters, the drive-throughs, stream multiple avenues.
Yeah.
So that way, if certain people can't watch it on theaters, they can just watch it on the car.
I think there's no harm in putting it on a couple different channels, you know? Big screen, small screen. Mm-hmm. It's just, I mean, you have to read the room, basically. Like, I definitely want to be in theaters to watch this movie because it's, from what Christopher Nolan is saying, it's like his magnum opus. He's been working on it for years and years before even, like, Inception or anything else like that. And I think, I mean, I want it to be epic. I just want the conditions to be right.
You're selling me on the movie.
Yeah. I mean, I would love for nothing more than to go to a theater and watch that movie. But I think if it were to release during the time where COVID is still like peaking, I don't think I would go to the theater. I think if it was out on video on demand, I would buy it. And only because I do know like a few people who have COVID and it's not pretty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's why it's more, I guess it's more real to me than maybe to other people who haven't seen it.
And that's I think these exhibitors and these movie makers should be thinking about, you know, the bigger picture. But it's like, I want to see it in theaters. I do. But when there's like I'm willing to wait though, to make sure that it's like the perfect movie experience before I go in there gung ho, you know, because there is stuff like that going on.
Yeah, that's true.
I want my popcorn. I want my soda.
I want a packed house, and I want
a blanket.
Yeah, I want to hear people's reactions. I want to be in the moment, and if I have to wait even another year, you know, I'd be okay with it.
Man.
Personally.
Ozzy's like, nah.
No.
Like, I want to see this movie, but you know, not if I'm gonna feel like I'm at risk.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I don't want to wait a year.
Maybe like a little longer though.
I mean, let's just see what happens. It's like another month before it releases, so
we'll see
maybe it'll get
goes.
pushed back again. We don't know.
We'll see. Christopher Nolan, we love you.